95% of traders never become profitable, but the 5% who do can earn incredible amounts of money in just a few short years. So in this video, I'm going to explain 6 brutal truths I've learned from coaching over 100 6- and 7-figure traders so you can avoid the pitfalls and join the top 5% and work towards multiple 6- and 7-figure years. Stick around to the end because the last truth is the one that separates traders who make it from those who don't. I once had a client who would celebrate every winning day like he just won the lottery. He'd message me screenshots, he'd post about it on social media, he'd tell all his friends. But here's what happened next. After a week or two of profitable trading, he started trading like he was invincible. He'd take setups that were close enough to his plan. He'd add size because he was hot right now. He'd stay in the trade longer than he should because he was seeing the market clearly. Then he'd give everything back he'd made, plus more. This happens because winning feels like validation, feels like proof that you've figured it out. Your brain releases dopamine, you feel like a genius, and suddenly your discipline evaporates. Think about it like this. A boxer trains for months with strict discipline. Diet, sleep, training regime, everything dialed in. Then he wins one fight and decides he's so good now he can skip training and eat junk food and party every night. What happens in the next fight? He gets destroyed. Winning doesn't mean the rules stop applying to you. It means that the rules worked. Here's the fix. Treat winning days exactly the same as losing days. Same routines, same process, same humble mindset. In fact, after big wins, the key is to be even more strict with yourself, not less. One technique that works incredibly well, after every winning trade, immediately ask yourself, did I follow my plan or did I get lucky? If you can't confidently say that you followed your plan, the win doesn't count as evidence that you're actually improving. So keep a separate log of process wins versus outcome wins. Process win is when you execute perfectly, regardless of results. An outcome win is just when you made money. Your goal is to stack the process wins because those are what compound over time. And that's why brutal truth number 1 is your biggest enemy isn't losing, is winning and thinking you're now too good for the basics. Now, winning the wrong way is one problem, but there's another mistake that's even more common. If you're watching this video when it first comes out, it's just been a new year. But did you set any goals or resolutions? Most people pick things like quitting vaping or losing weight or starting to journal. But about 89% of them don't stick to them. That's why gyms have thousands of members but are rarely full. Gym companies know that by February, only a fraction of those new members will still be showing up. So how do you fix this? Well, decide on the 5 most important daily habits that matter to your success. Use a habit tracker app like Streaks and set an alarm at the end of the day to remind yourself to mark whether you did those 5 things or not. At the end of the month, review your numbers and see how consistent you actually were. That difference shows you how good you could be right now if you were just consistent. And that's why brutal truth number 2 is most traders know what to do, they just lack the consistency to actually do it. But even if you're consistent, there's one area most traders completely ignore, and it gradually destroys their performance every single day. Imagine a successful footballer. Now, being great at football isn't just one skill. You need to be able to pass, shoot, dribble, have good tactical awareness. Whenever one of these skills improves, you become better at the overall skill. Trading is the same. But now imagine that footballer had all those skills, but was 20 kilos overweight. That one weakness would affect everything else. He'd tire faster, move slower, and struggle to get forward to pass or shoot. One weakness makes all the other areas worse. For traders, health works exactly the same way. I've known traders who haven't worked out in years, then wonder why they flag or overtrade in the final few hours of the day. Other traders claim to get by on 5 hours sleep for months, justifying it because they have to always be on, only to massively blunder when it matters most. The fact is, your diet, sleep, and exercise have a huge impact on your focus, patience, ability to deal with stress, and your clarity of thought. If you choose not to look after your body, you can't be surprised when you fail to be successful. Here are easy fixes for all 3 areas. Exercise. Really busy? Buy a 24-kilogram kettlebell and do 2-handed swings. Do 100 total reps in sets of 20 or 30 with 45 seconds rest in between. In 5 to 10 minutes, you can get a decent workout in without the 90 minutes it takes to go to the gym. Sleep. Take a high-quality magnesium supplement a few hours before bed. It improves sleep quality. Avoid screens for 1 hour before bed. Read and listen to a fiction audiobook to wind down instead. Diet. Write out a meal plan for the week. Commit to following it and deleting all food delivery apps from your phone. So brutal truth number 3 is ignoring your health is sabotaging your edge. And if you find value in this video, all I ask is you leave a like. It takes 2 seconds and helps other traders find these videos. Thanks. Now, taking care of your body is critical, but there's one mental trap that's even more dangerous, and I learned this one the hard way. 20 years ago, when I started playing professional poker, my mindset was a joke. I got angry easily, and the smallest things threw me off my game. My favourite thing to get annoyed about was when I got my money in as a big favourite, say 80% to win a hand, and then lost. To my childish, weak mindset at the time, it felt totally unfair. I played great, and I still lost money. Here's what took me an embarrassingly long time to realise. What is fairness anyway? Is it fair I was born in a first world country while other kids are born in war zones? Is it fair that some adults struggle to read and write while others have 200 IQs and can hack into a CIA database as a child? The answer is no. None of these things are fair. They just are. In fact, getting annoyed about unfair losses is just the same as getting angry at the rain for ruining your picnic. You can scream at the sky all you want. It's still going to rain. All you're doing is wasting energy you could have spent finding shelter. Look, the truth is that we're all given a certain hand to play. Our genes, parents, environments, good teachers, terrible teachers. Worrying about fairness doesn't serve us. Instead, accept that if you place a good trade and it goes against you, that's part of the game. You'll also sometimes place a poor trade and get lucky. No trade is 100% guaranteed to win, but if you keep making trades with high expected value and good risk-reward ratio, in the end you'll almost certainly be successful. If that's not good enough for you, and you can't handle the drawdowns, it's either time to get help or it's time to get another job. And that's why brutal truth number 4 is fairness does not exist in trading. And wasting energy and time complaining about it will keep you broke. Speaking of handling drawdowns, that leads me to something that trips up even experienced traders. Picture this. A trader spends 6 months developing a strategy. He backtests it, demo trades it. Finally, he goes live and it works. He's profitable for 3 months straight. Then month 4 hits, and suddenly nothing works. His setups aren't appearing, and when they do, they don't pan out. He starts doubting everything. So what does he do? He scraps his entire strategy and starts looking for a new one. I see this constantly. Traders treat strategies like a dating app. If one doesn't work out, immediately swipe left and find another one. They're always chasing that perfect system, the one that works in every market condition. But here's the truth. No edge works all the time. Markets have cycles. And if you have a bad month, it doesn't mean your strategy is broken. It means the market conditions have just changed. It's like being a surfer who's amazing at riding the big waves, then complaining when the ocean goes flat for a week. The ocean doesn't care about your schedule. You don't throw away your surfboard, you wait for conditions to return, or you learn to surf the smaller waves. Here's what professional traders do instead. They track not just their P&L, but their strategy's performance across different market conditions. They ask, under what conditions does my edge play out? Then, when market conditions shift, they either reduce size and wait it out, or they have a secondary strategy designed for those conditions. The fix is simple, but requires patience. Keep a market conditions journal alongside your trading journal. Every week, note whether the markets were trending, choppy, volatile, or quiet. After 6 months, you'll see clear patterns where your trading strategy thrives and when it struggles. When you hit a rough patch, check the market conditions first before you blame yourself or your system. If conditions don't match your edge, your job is to survive with minimal damage until they shift back, not to blow up your account. That's why brutal truth number 5 is you don't need a new strategy every time you lose. You need to understand when your current one actually works. But even if you have the right strategy for the right conditions, that's not enough. There's one foundational issue that sabotages everything else, and it's where most traders start their journey on the wrong foot. I once had a client who always had an excuse for why he didn't achieve what he said he would. He was the trader version of the kid who tells the teacher his dog ate his homework. When he had a bad month, the market was wrong for his type of trading. When he undersized, he said the market changed too quickly. He complained that other traders in his office talked too much, and he blamed his ADHD for his lack of concentration. Here's the thing. By playing the blame game, he gave up all his power to do anything about it. So he made a new rule. Everything was fixable, but only if he took 100% responsibility for everything that happened to him. Once that shifted, he could actually solve his problems. Office too loud? Bring noise-cancelling headphones. Market not lining up with your edge? Develop new edges. Every challenge became an opportunity to level himself up. But he had to take responsibility first. The lesson is admitting your faults is the first step in fixing them. That's why Brutal Truth 6 is you can be right or you can be rich, but you can't be both. Stop making excuses and take full responsibility. But knowing these 6 truths is only half the battle. So watch this video next to learn how to stop overtrading and make 2026 your best trading year yet. I'll see you there.